They are in the walls watching as you use the toilet before scrubbing up and getting dressed for breakfast. They are outside your house waiting for the postman. They're concerned about the mail you've been receiving. Eyes are everywhere, studying the way you walk, making sure they've a record of your smile and who you smile at. Eyes are watching as you sit on the bus. Eyes are eyeing you, eyeing her all the way to the station. They are everywhere. Aren't you nervous? What's it like to know that every moment of your waking life is under scrutiny? You might start making mistakes. You might not be able to function properly. You might even feel like it's impossible for you to leave your room. Eyes are watching you. They can see inside your mind. Don't use your imagination. They might not like what you're thinking. Watch out. Eyes are everywhere.
Whoa.
Mark asked me to come here tonight to do a 20-minute set, so I hope you can sit still for that long whilst I'm up here. So I'm going to do some page stuff, some stage stuff, some old stuff, and throw in a couple of new ones. This little piece here is one of the most recent pieces I've had published, and it's called Physio. Dragging a damaged bicycle uphill, arthritic wrists aching in the April breeze, brittle ankles and crumbling knees, I struggle to match your stubborn stride, blue aluminium cane keeping you moderately upright. We poke fun at the locals, but are ourselves no better, defiant, sarcastic and physically wrecked, attacking life like geriatric children. Did they fold the ends of the toilet paper over? Write about the first time or the worst time you stayed in a hotel. Fuck hotels! After away gigs, real hardcore rock fans sleep in bus shelters or behind wheelie bins in sleeping bags on top of cardboard boxes when it's snowing real hard in Sheffield on a Saturday night back in 1988. Or what about that time in Leeds under the steps near the Polly with a novice rough sleeper showing him the ropes, getting the best cardboard, running around back alleys by the bins behind department stores, large fridge boxes or washing machines. And speaking of washing, come sunrise you feel like you've been dipped in silt, eyes red raw and a migraine like someone slowly driving a Black & Decker drill bit through your left socket. It's great being young, the good old days. Now it's guest houses all the way, like the one again in Sheffield that on the website was supposed to be 5 minutes walk from the city centre, but everyone you stop to ask for directions looks at you like you've just stepped down off fucking Neptune. Back and forth, back and forth. Try flagging a flaming taxi, they'll have your flaming arm off. So it's another bus ride back to the train station to give a driver at the taxi rank the address for a destination, which is actually someplace way out in the suburbs where you're greeted by a landlord whose only concern is how to get an unspecified consignment through customs. And the rigmarole he's been put through trying to secure a visa. He doesn't show you to your room, but wants your take on the situation. And to cap it all, he's fucking deaf in one ear. Sorry, was that 2 lumps or 3? Mind if I fart? You're sitting at a rickety old kitchen table, its vinyl top covered in breadcrumbs and tabash, and it's like, maybe the bus shelter would have been the better option. I don't care if they've lost your passport, I just want a key to the room. I'm not a customs officer, I'm here to see Emily Autumn. Thank you.
Whoa! Hey!
And if you're wondering who Emily Autumn is, she's an American violin virtuoso who's been writing songs for sort of disenchanted youth for about 5 or 6 years. Bit of a goth sort of figure. This is called Obsessional Confessional. You said you would crawl naked through broken glass to kiss his foot. I would kneel for the blood of your darkest dream as the astonished enter oblivion. The Middlesbrough-based poet once said Steve Irwin's work is like Leonard Cohen having a bad day, which naturally, being a fan of the Canadian part, I thought, oh, that's great, I'll take that as a compliment, Leonard Cohen, excellent. But just to sort of reassure you that I'm not like a complete miserable bastard altogether, I'll try and do a love poem, but this is a love poem with a bit of an edge. Ladies, I'm always on your side. Guys, You might want to listen and learn something from this. Oliver, dearest, so sorry we quarrelled the week before last. Sometimes I feel like jamming my tongue in a door frame. So often my foot goes in my mouth and no one's to blame but me. I know, I'm tired, I'm grouchy, the workload makes me weepy. You go have your knees up with the office boys. I'll visit Melissa. Nothing's spoiling, is there? I'm not a big, bad, scary head. Silly Billy, I'm a girl, and it's not like I stabbed you really, caught me by surprise, just happened to be chopping onions at the time. A couple of stitches in the general and Bob's your mother's brother. Come on over, won't you, Oliver? Give me a ring, you send me a letter. Things will work out fine, I'm sure, eventually. Probably. Maybe. Of course, it's a girl's prerogative to change her mind. Everyone knows that, and you should too, you stupid twat. Sometimes you can be so insensitive, so ignorant. I bet this letter sits crumpled, unopened in the arse pocket of those filthy letters for days. I know you think I'm going through something more than just a phase, but it's you who should learn to behave. Sneaking up behind me all hours of the day, curtains open wide for all and sundry, walking by to see what a groping pig you can be, when I've told you, no, no, no! I've got a headache, Oliver, and it's you. Don't you think you're God's gift? Well, maybe you're just not. Far from it, in fact. In fact, I'm not bloody sorry at all. Nap off back to Leicester for all I care. Move in with your sister, see how you fare. There, said it. Not sorry, not a sausage. Next time, it'll be the meat cleaver, and it won't be a finger. Love you not, your ex, Rachel. Thanks very much. I'm going to, with the best will in the world, there's no way that I could memorise this one, so I'm going to read it. This is kind of new, earlier this year, and it's a bit of nonsense, and it's just called "This Is Not a Prose Poem." Ruin their reasoning, spoil the page, kick the telly, scrawl the words across your chest with felt tips, sit in a puddle and burp at a passing car, eat last night's porridge, pick your nose on the bus, fart in a jar, chew the corner of your nephew's newspaper, laugh at an ant, sit on a stepladder and gargle Vimto, write your name backwards on a crisp packet, poke your fingers through your buttonholes and laugh out loud. Give false directions for the happy zone to the next stranger you see at your local bus stop. Buy a packet of Smash and sprinkle it into your washing machine. Fill your haversack with potato peelings and use tea bags. Ruin their reasoning. Reverse the neatness. Paint your nose with toothpaste. Eat your next door neighbour's horoscope. Fill the bath with Lego and washing up liquid. Tell your local MP to go get himself a proper job. Move the novels from the A section to the self-help section and vice versa. Go to the post office and ask for £half a pound of mince. Ask the greengrocer how much it costs to FedEx an onion to Buckingham Palace. Nail pork chops to your sister's wardrobe door. Creosote a broken shopping trolley and draw a large butterfly on the seat of your mountain bike. Wear a logo t-shirt back to front. Use your socks as gloves. Leave a square inch of stubble on your cheek or plait your pubic hair. Sellotape your toenail clippings to an Easter egg. Lie on the pavement with a sack of carrots on your chest. Mud plodge in your best shoes. Give yourself a dead leg. Sell your car for £6 and fill a shoebox with fresh cream. Get over yourself. Run around Asda in a gorilla suit with an ironing board strapped to your back. Spread strawberry jam on your suitcase. Fill a C90 with the shipping forecast and sell it on eBay. Frame a portrait sketch of a dung beetle and wear it as a codpiece. Fill your pockets with feathers and tuna fish. Burn your blouse and paint a smiley face on your blazer. Photocopy your sister's school report and blue tack it to a skateboard. Gaffer tape a space hopper to a wheelie bin. Tell your late uncle you once swallowed a dozen knee scabs for a bet. Invite the local football team to a dinner party in a knocking shop that doesn't exist. Say you're getting married to a cauliflower and intend to adopt a snail for Lent. Cancel all your direct debits and send IOUs scrawled inside paper cups to all your creditors. Mess it up, change it around, art as its own excuse, mishap becoming miracle, tear it up, tear it down, turn it inside out. It's geek good, man.
Yeah.
Shameless plug for this book, Hypomaniac, which is still doing the rounds. I have a new book out next October the 4th, Shades of Grey, published by the same publisher, Red Squirrel Press. That's launched at the Lytton Phil in Newcastle. But this book's split into two sections. You've got Hypomaniac poems at the front and a section at the back, which is untitled fragments, which we just put together as fragments from the inside of my smile. And I'm going to do a few of those for you now. Wrapping rope around both wrists, exposing my negatives, wearing my insides like bracelets, my nakedness conceals everything I struggle to show. Another substitute for suicide, the anonymity of dust, endlessly circling the void, lusting paralysis. Winding down into the night, scales grow on my face. My chemistry thinks I've skipped a season. Medication did nothing. In the morning, with a swipe of an arm, I will stop time in my sleep. Illness? What illness? Don't be ridiculous. I've never felt better in my life. Oh, you know how it is. Pay me bills after playing good little conscientious warehouse worker. Same as any other 9-to-5 Walking Dead trying to stay alive week of the year. And Happy New, by the way. I know it's been a long time, but I've had so much on me mind, and the nights are cold and dark, and I'm feeling old and sore and hurt, and I don't like to go outside after working 9-to-5 trying to stay alive, sweating all the time, barely enough to keep the roof above and the soul intact. And yes, I know I said I'd be your friend, but Christ in hell, what on earth's this? We never signed a contract. Dead on my feet, I'll sit in the window and listen to you go 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you and your fucking ego burning down the phone, burning up in smoke, all the hot air, nowhere left to go. I'm sorry, what was the question? I think there's someone at the door. Shit! I've just spilled coffee on the floor and the cat's got something sticking in her paw. What? Sorry I'm so cranky, but actually quite frankly, I've every good right to be flaming angry. You asked me to phone you. At least have the decency to turn the fucking television off.